Hi, everybody. How's it going? I'm Joe. In case you don't know me, I'm the game director here on Marathon. To my left
Game
here,
director.
or potentially on the right on your screen, depending on if it's mirrored, is Joe Cross, everybody's favorite Joe, our director on Marathon. Sitting across from me, who's not on
Director of
camera,
what?
is Andrew Witz, gameplay director.
So you can hear the guy, that feedback going, and the guy goes, "Whoa!" So he's the game director, and he's the what?
Marathon. Sitting across left here. All right, we're live. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I'm Joe. In case you don't know me, I'm the game director here on Marathon. To my left here, or potentially on the right on your screen, depending on if it's mirrored, is Joe Cross, everybody's favorite Joe, our director on Marathon. Sitting across from me.
He's the director of audio interruption at Marathon. Okay, so he's here.
On camera is.
So I've worked on this project for years, internal elements. To take a minute.
Show a bunch of this stuff, but we are going to be discussing a lot about what we learned through alpha, some of the plans that we're going forward with. But before we get into that, Joe Cross has some sort of topic that he wants to talk to you all about.
Yep. Thanks,
Some
Joe.
sort of topic.
And hey, everyone. I'm Joe Cross, franchise art director of Marathon.
Franchise art director. Asmongold is right. He is the art director.
Yeah, and wanted to take a minute to talk about.
He is not
some of
the,
events
but he is
from
the
yesterday.
art director.
It came to our attention, and sorry, I wrote this. I wanted to make sure I get this message right. It came to our attention that an artist who worked on Marathon in the early stages of pre-production took a number of graphic elements from a graphic designer without permission or acknowledgement and placed them on a decal sheet that was then checked in 2020. The decal sheet included icons and text elements. These elements ended up in our alpha build, and there's absolutely no excuse for this oversight, and we are working on and 100% committed to our review process to ensure instances like this don't happen again on Marathon or at Bungie. A few of the things that we've done over the last 24 hours and what we're doing to shore up the review process are as follows. We've reached out to Anti-Real, the artist in question, and followed up to ensure that we do right by this artist. We're auditing all of the previous work by the artist, the internal artist, including the environment decals already in the build, which is part of why we're delaying some of the content we're going to show today. And we're committed to removing anything that is questionably or inappropriately sourced. We're doing a very broad decal audit, and if we locate any other details or elements, we'll make sure that those are eliminated, recreated in-house for sure. Hundreds of artists have worked on this project for years, internally and externally, and we share many influences, including modernism, Swiss typography, 2000s style vector art, cyberpunk, and of course the original Marathon trilogy. Our style is a result of all of those inspirations. And it's also worth noting that none of our external partners who've worked on branding or any part of the visual design of our game were involved with this situation. And lastly, personally, I have a huge amount of respect and admiration for artists working independently, and producing, making a living, doing commercial or fine art. And we've worked with many of them. It's one of my favorite parts of the job is to make those connections and create content and collaborate. And so to that extent, I want to send my personal apology to Anti-Real, whose work was used in this case. And I know how unfair this feels, and we're doing everything we can to make this right with her. Her work is fantastic, and we clearly share mutual appreciation for a specific genre of graphic design, and it's very exciting, and I'm excited to have folded that into our
Wow, look at this guy. He's in like full.
Thanks for your patience.
Dude, he's in full. I don't even care like what this dude like has to say. Mr. Keyblade Joe, the game director. Man, shout out to Auntie Real. I hope she gets what she needs from these people, because these people will definitely take all your money, or take all your creative genius and make so much money from it and not give you a dang dime. And this could be somebody that was way back in the day. Yeah, we'll put that into the game. We're making this game years from now. Boom, 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 boom. Let's put all this stuff in here, and then like when we're finally about to just come up with just this random game out of nowhere that no one asked for, wait, we can't even drop it. You know why? Because it's been embedded from the beginning with artwork that don't belong to you. Bruh, that's crazy. You have to literally, they weren't able to show anything, because if they were to show something, this person could be like, that's my stuff that's on the screen right now. Take it off the screen right now. You don't have any right to display that without my permission, without paying me. Like that just blows my mind. That blows my mind that these people were making this game. I don't know when did they start making this game. This game looks like it would just start it like a couple months ago, to be real, but I have a feeling they'll be like, this game has been made for like a while now. Well, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a project that was being worked on for that long of a time. It's just a heck of a time for it to all come crashing in their face when they're trying to release the game, or they're trying to get people to play it. They're trying to release stuff for it, and like they have to take everything back. They have to take all that stuff out of the game and redo it. And then you're gonna release this on September, and you're gonna take stuff out of the game or you're gonna delay stuff out of the game because it has that art style. Like, where's the checks and balances for this? Somebody gave the okay back in the day. Somebody stole the art, and then someone gave the okay for it, and it's having repercussions for it today. I mean, it's just wild, man, how things just come back around. But I hope Anti-Real gets their, gets the stuff that they deserve from these people. These people are absolute. They should be ashamed of themselves. You could see that this gentleman's very upset from it because he has to give this message. If it's someone, I mean, it's obviously someone that's not there. Whoever was there who continuously did that, who is just stealing art, because this isn't like the first time of like the plagiarism. It doesn't seem like it's just one person. It seems like this is like a systemic thing, or this is like a bigger thing that stems to maybe the whole art department, or maybe a few people in the art department. I don't understand. And then someone okayed that. So someone's lying to someone like, hey, this is all good. Hey, Johnny. Hey, this guy who's saluting and crying on teary-eyed on stream, get me some artwork. All right, here's the artwork. Is it good? Yeah, it's good. All right, well, set it, put it in the game. Somebody gave the approval for that. And somebody literally lied to someone's face to get that, I feel like. Or someone knew who was approving it, and they just allowed it to happen. Like there's malfeasance, there's incompetence, or there's some kind of motive to purposely steal someone's artwork and to capitalize off of it without compensating them. Like, it's just, that's all I really have to say about that. That's That's all I really have to say about that. Let's so we have him here.
A couple of things that we really learned, we really wanted to talk about.
He's kind of just nodding his head, looking down at this. I don't know if it's an iPad or he said he wrote it down, some notepad.
Hit that killer mecha infantry fantasy that they kind of want to bring.
And lighting, Fidelis,
Lighting, yeah.
that does so much in terms of immersion.
Yeah.
Just from a technical sort of base experience point of view.
Even some of the foliage iterations.
Yeah, some of that shimmer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening under the hood. Team is doing amazing work. Hopefully we can show it soon next time.
Yeah.
And also the sort of whole lobby infill experience. You know, we're all excited about delivering that.
If that artwork is in the game, how deep is that artwork going to the game? That's what I want to know. This isn't something you just, they're making it seem like it's something, it's just like a couple things. Yeah, like we'll have something like next time, and next time be like 2 weeks from now, and you're like, what? Like, how are you gonna, or like a month from now or something, and you'd be like, how are you gonna redo the whole game to show us, how are you gonna backtrack and get back to this point that we're at today? How are you gonna get to that point where you're gonna be displaying it in the future? Like it's how
That whole sort of comprehensive fictional fantasy of being a badass cyber mercenary.
Yeah.
When you're talking about crew play, like how do we lean into that? How do we make that more understandable? How do we
but there's a lot of work we're putting into that too, to make sure that it really feels that it mirrors the intensity of like the experience that we intend on the planet, you know? Like really a marathon is supposed to be about surviving Tau Ceti and the marathon, ship, and surviving that situation. Right now, it just feels like it's purely about surviving other players, and we want to really make sure that that all comes together, both from a creative and gameplay standpoint, in a really impactful way. Yeah.
interesting.
We concur. We're about a bunch of.
I mean, it sounds like Apex Legends kind
We
of.
basically have our kind of one axis of assault we have for right now is increasing the resurrection time and also having it so that every time you go down, the timer does get our weapons. I know that there was some folks that.
and then figuring out the right things to add and thinking about that approach from first principles going forward too.
All right, Joe, do you want to close us out with anything?
Oh man. All right, folks. Well, that's what I think about it. That was my like shortened version of it. It's just kind of going over what they discussed during this. Like, we didn't watch the whole thing, but we got the gist of it. Especially, it was cool that this Joe guy just gave us a little bit insight of like the story that they're trying to build around this extraction shooter. Or Tau Ceti. And you're surviving this invasion or something like that. I just, oh man, I just don't understand how you're gonna put a story behind this extraction shooter, and you guys, it's supposed to drop in like September. You have to, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm really confused on how this game was ever even put through. How did it even, like, why was it allowed to get to this point? It just, this could have been used for so many other cool things, or to continue on with Destiny 2, even though I'm kind of over it, but I'm not like a huge Destiny fan, but I've played both Destinies. And most of the DLCs for them. They could have done like a Destiny 3, or they could have used this for Destiny 3, or just something more productive. Like make an actual extraction shooter that like people, like they could have made a really cool distraction shooter Halo style, man. Straight up Halo style, and take from Escape from Tarkov, and then like go mix those two. I'm sure it would have been a hit. I'm sure it would have been a hit. People would have picked that up. But now it's just this game with this art style that's stolen that people already don't really like. Like, they probably like the art style, but they don't like the whole scheme of or the whole tone, or artistical style, because it's like a little cell shaded, and it's like not. It's like abstract. It's so weird. Like, these people live in a painting in their actual life. And it's this super artistic kind of thing, and it's just like, bro, y'all could have just kept it Halo, like realism, like that tone and look, and just did what they have here, but like really throw in like an open world. Or have it be like DMZ. There's so many other things that they could have done with this. It's just such an L that they turned out to make this crap. And we'll have to see how it goes. If they manage to put something out, I might go check it out just to go stream it, just to meme on this, because this is insane. And I'm a huge, huge Halo fan. Huge Halo fan. But this ain't it, folks. So anyway, I'm out of here. It's getting late. It is late. It's your boy Kicking It with Timmy B. If you enjoyed the video, please consider hitting the like, share, and the subscribe button. I'm gonna leave all the links for these videos in the description below. Yeah, we'll be back with more. It's the freaking weekend. Everybody enjoy your weekend. It's now May 17th now, 2025. Marathon. Oh boy. We'll see. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.